Morning. Bluetooth worked. I just spent, thought I'll get in, get the video, get it recorded, gotta get on. And then I spent 15 minutes trying to get the Bluetooth working. And then I thought I'll just get straight into it, and now I'm just happy that the Bluetooth's working. Hello everybody, welcome to the flick through video. If you've never seen one of these videos before, don't like, don't subscribe, go out and do something else. This is boring, there's some interesting records, a lot of it's rubbish. Come down the shop, buy a record if you like. Alright. I'm not begging for your likes. It's not school. Anyway, look at this. Found this picture. Doing me coffee. Found this picture in a record that is cool in it. It's obviously, I mean, it looks like it's a print. It's got like photo paper things written on the back. So it looks like it's a proper photo. And it was in, I can't remember what record it was in. One of my customers, Bill, spotted it and told me about it. But it's just cool, isn't it? So it's Bon Scott, clearly in a 1970s gig. I mean, I don't know where that is. Obviously, big pot of tea, yeah. Bon like the old Jack and Coke, I think. And Angus Young was a big tea drinker. That's not a Ruttles euphemism, that is. He just drinks tea, doesn't he? But look at that look. I mean, that's what modern memes are made of, isn't it? Look at it. What's he talking about there? He's going, yeah, the DBs were really amazing, wasn't it? I was getting great feedback in my cans. And she's like, what time are we going to go and have some food? Or, you know, what time are we going to the disco? Shut up. It's like, most couples, when the bloke's talking about his boring hobby, and then it's a complete stereotype, and the partner's like, I'm just tolerating you, mate. You know what I mean? Right, I think that's my coffee done. Anyway, big sporting weekend, isn't it? Hey, big sporting weekend. Everybody getting all excited. Everybody getting all ready for the big build-up. It's the okay, yeah. Coffee machine wants a walk-on part. There you go. Well done. Got your 5 minutes. All right. World Crazy Golf Championships, isn't it? It's a big sporting weekend. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else happening. World Crazy Golf Championship. I heard it on the Radio 5 as I was coming in. Clearly I listen to Radio 4 when I get up, because that's what my wife listens to, so I've got to listen to a bit of culture. But as soon as it gets to anywhere near, what is it, Thought of the Day, I'm like, whoa, Radio 5. Or I'd listen to like Rock FM, but I don't understand any of the music. I don't understand any of that modern music. Right, let's get on with it. So, what have we got today? I've priced up lots of 7-inch singles. So I won't go through them all, but I'll go through some. We've got some 12 inches, as always, and LPs, and some collectibles. So I'll make a note of those. I have just picked up a pretty good collection of sort of 60s and 70s rock and pop classics. Some really collectible stuff in there if you think about, well, I won't spoil it, but there's some really interesting albums with the bits. So if you're a collector, you probably know what that means. Right, who's departed us? Who's in the great gig in the sky? Who stopped at the last motorway service station on the way to oblivion? I don't know what I'm talking about. I told you, go and do something else. Honestly. Sunny. It's sunny, isn't it? So it's sunny today. Then the weather forecast in Liverpool is saying that it's stormy on Saturday, and then it changes its mind. And then it's stormy on Sunday. What's that movie where they say they want to be a weather forecast because it's the only job where, you know, you can just basically guess it and no one's going to sack you. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but if it's... But come down to the record shop, or go outside. Right, who's that? Reuben Wilson, soul jazz pioneer. I've been to loads of gigs in my life, not like thousands, and loads of bands I haven't, loads of big artists I've never seen. However, I've seen some really cool ones. You know, what springs to mind? Beastie Boys, Nirvana, Bowie. Pumpkins, Rage Against the Machine, Alice in Chains, right? With Lane, obviously. Some great bands. The best gig I ever went to was a soul jazz gig. It wasn't actually Reuben, but it was it was Jimmy Smith influence, obviously in that same genre. The point being is, it's the coolest music. If you've never really liked soul jazz, start off probably with a bit of Jimmy Smith. Look up Organ Grinders Swing. That's your listening homework. Organ Grinders Swing. Give that a listen. That is that's my ringtone. I've had that as my ringtone for ages. It's just the coolest music, and massively influenced bands like the Beastie Boys. Astrud Gilberto, R.I.P. to Astrud. I must admit, Astrud Gilberto is one of those people that I've never really listened to anything other than the obvious tune, really. So I'm ashamed to say, so I'll give that a bit more of a listen. And I've got Pat Cooper written down here, but I've not done any more notes on who Pat Cooper is. So Pat, safe journeys, wherever that takes you, to the great drum solo in the sky. Imagine that. Imagine if there was something after all this. There isn't. But imagine there was, and it was like a drum solo. Some people's idea of hell. Not mine. Not mine. That'd be brilliant. Get to hang out with all the great drummers. Buddy Rich. Oh, Gene Krupa. Oh my God. That'd be great. Art Blakey. Go on, Art. Show us your single rolls. Anyway, let's get on. Why do people cycle on the pavement? These are my important notes. I think this stuff in the week. Why do people cycle on the pavement? I mean, not just like kids going to school or that sort of grown adults cycling towards you on the pavement. And you're like, I got run over. Well, nearly got knocked over. I didn't get run over. I nearly got knocked over. I had to kind of jump out the way of some idiot going up and down the road here. Why the grown adults? Why? Yes, the roads are dangerous. I hear what you're saying. But it doesn't mean cycle on the pavement and make it more dangerous for pedestrians, does it? No, it doesn't. It means, get on the road. Despite my appearance, I'm a somewhat accomplished cyclist, as in, I have cycled, I've got on a bike. Say my super quick cycling story, super quick, and that is that I used to really enjoy cycling. I used to go out on my bike to live down south, and I'd go out on beautiful hills in West Berkshire, Wiltshire and all around there. And I used to go out with this mate of mine, and he was ex-British World Championship team from about the early 90s. But he was on like the way down by smoking and drinking, and I kind of stopped, and I was kind of going, I say up, but I was getting better at it. And we used to go out quite often for about a year, and he was still just not really that bothered, and I was nowhere near him. And then one day, I was really badly hungover. I think he smoked about 20 fags. Went up and I beat him up this hill. I just beat him. And if you've ever cycled, you know that when someone's struggling, you just kind of, you're on a hill, you turn around, you go back down, and then you cycle back up past them. You're kind of rubbing it in, really, to say, look, I can do it twice. And this bloke was struggling. I'd never seen it before. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, he took me out and left me for dead. Left me for dead. And now he runs like a cycling, exercise company. He'd take you off and go and do the Tour de France and stuff like that. So give a ding. Give a ding for Ben. I hope I had something to do with that, Ben. And I need to get back on my bike, mate. Right, what have we got? I better start with the records. You know what, I might go 10 minutes in. Why not? Go deep. Go deep, 10 minutes in. Talking about going deep, I'm going off to watch some American football. Just booked it all in later on in the year. Going stateside. It's actually... We're tying it in. I'm going to go see an American football game, but I'm going to go do some record shopping. So expect there to be, near to Christmas, I'll come back with some American collectibles. I'll probably go to America and end up buying some loads of like UK collectibles that I found their way over to the States. But I quite fancy doing some digging around for some rare garage, 60s garage, psych beat, and maybe a bit of soul stuff. I don't know. Depends where I can get to. So I'm planning that trip now. So expect that in December. Loads of new records coming in next week. I'm just hanging about till 10 minutes. So if you're watching this thinking, I will have put the time, you just jump to it, right? Honestly, just ignore me. I'm an absolute idiot. Oh yeah, best TV show seen recently. This is what I write down thinking you'd be interested. Have you started watching that Poker Face? It's good, isn't it? It's like kind of Columbo, isn't it? They've updated it. So Columbo's got that old kind of 1960s, 1970s, where they put the text up, whatever they're called, the words. That's really good. Anyway, here we go. 10 minutes, right? Welcome to the flick through. 10 mins. If you just come straight through to the flick through, well done. You've made the right decision, because I'm talking a load of rubbish. You might have missed the Bon Scott picture, but that's your hard luck. All right, what have we got? Right, I've done a load of singles. Oh. There's tons of sevens. I won't go through them all because I must have done about 40 or 50. But it's stuff like Stray Cats, The Beat. These are all like near mint condition. Elvis Costello. I've got a load of these Michael Jackson singles from a box set. I've not got all 9 of them. I've got about 6 or 7 of them, red vinyls. More Elvis. Rory Gallagher single, but that's like a 1980s. Susie and the Banshees, Pretenders, you know, lots of Jonathan Rickman, Modern Lovers, so Roadrunner, singing that now, Egyptian reggae. Don't want to sing it, don't want to sing it, don't want to sing it. And the reason you don't want to sing it is, it's not because you don't want people to make money off it, you do, but some people take the video down if you're infringing their copyright. So, let's do a to that. Jam. Specials. That's meant to be a photoshopped, not photoshopped, but superimposed, isn't it? That is in the TikTok in Coventry. I played a gig there, wasn't that busy. No one looked like that. Well, it may look like that at the bar as I was playing in a band, but they weren't watching us. Coolest thing out of Elton ever. Pistols, Queen promo, standard, but there's obviously a promo sticker on it. Kiss, picture disc, Tourists, picture disc, Eurythmics, basically. New Order, 1981, Ceremony, bit of a bent sleeve, Damont pressing, Steel Pulse, got a few rare Patti Smith records. Right. Yeah. Susie. Joy Division. Got a couple of them now. Specials. I said I wasn't going to go through them all. And what am I doing? Correct. Going through them all. But I don't have that many LPs. But obviously I'll find something to witter on about. Can't have the video 36 minutes. I mean, crikey. You think that's long? Honestly. I think I may need to go to counselling, mightn't I? Just get it all out. I'll bought some more hi-fi, vintage hi-fi. Needs looking at, but be selling some more of that. Modern Lovers, Tom Petty, Ramones. What Ramones is that? Don't Come Close. Look, Elvis Costello, The Creatures, Yo La Tengo, which is obviously the 90s single. Pretenders, Steel Pulse, some big combo from Speak, they're alright. 20th anniversary of that one. Bob, No Woman No Cry, Madge, more Patti Smith, and Bunny Wailer, not a common 7, in a nice island sleeve. 7s! Woo! Okay, they nearly went. I grabbed it, top to bottom, right, and squeezed it out like you're squeezing the mayonnaise out of a sandwich, and it just nearly shot across the. Woo! Bunny Wailer nearly went for a Burton. Right, what have we got? Normal LPs. Love Joe Tex. I love Joe Tex. I got these in. I thought, oh, I can't sell them. It's Joe Tex. And of course I am going to sell them. But you just got to listen to Joe Tex. Great soul singer. I mean, I think in the soul field, the big hitters take all the plaudits, don't they? Otis, James Brown, Wilson Pickett, etc. But then there's some others who are just kind of like Solomon Burke and Joe Tex. Clarence Thingy, Clarence Carter, is it Clarence Carter? Patches, I think so. Got it in the jukebox. This was a real shame. Right, what else? Yazoo. Other artists that really need to be listened to. Syl Johnson. Electric Light Orchestra. 12 inches. Loads of 12 inches. U2. With a Street of No Name. I've still got some of those U2 singles over there. They're okay. Oh, Marvin, of course. Marvin, the biggest hitter of them all. Otis. Standard records here. Otis and his girls. But it's Tammy Terrell, Mary Wells, Kim Weston. What a voice. Everybody on that album. Voices. Jimmy. Smash Hits. Obviously in no particular order. Handsome Dude. Joe Tex. Someone's written on the back, like which one they've ticked them, and they've gone, oh, blues. Oh, bluesy. Great. Joe. Joe Tex live and lively. It's got his big hitters on it, it's got Show Me on it. Papa Was Too, his hits. And he did did he do Big Bird? Big Bird, the one about singing it. I think that was him. Excuse me, George Michael, different corner. 12 inch. Tears for Fears, 10 inches, or 10 inch. Head over heels. Look at that, slick back hair. Boom. That's why we're all suffering now. Yeah? All that ozone destroying hair product from the 80s. My sister's to blame, you're to blame, all that hair product. OMD, Souvenir. Bit of a split at the bottom of that, but fiver on that. The record's in good condition. This is interesting. I do have dance stuff. I put them in each week because there's some like £2.50 if they're not priced. And then Belgium 1988 Acid House Doors. So it's Hello I Love You by the Doors, but in kind of Belgian acid house. It's rubbish. Some of that genre is great, but imagine having to listen to one genre all the time and just drive you mad. Brian Ferry, Roxy Music Collection, 12 quid. Standard. Smokey and the Miracles Make It Happen, 15 quid on Tamla. Proper original. And then someone's put record all except the Soulful Shack. So they don't like the Soulful Shack. And then they've put, again, next to it, not this. So they're very clear. They don't want the Soulful Shack being recorded. I'm going to have to play the Soulful Shack, aren't I? See what the big fuss is about. Smokey and the Miracles. Marvin. Coolest cat in town. Best of Marvin. Four Tops. Greatest hits. Normally these go out relatively cheap, but this is like from about UK from about 1967. So quite a bit of soul. Susan Vega, Solitude Standing, tenor. Tenor on your Susie Vega. Louis Armstrong, Greatest Hits. Insert your Ed Miliband joke here, Steve Miliband, Book of Dreams. Oh yeah, this is cool. Right, this is Barry Manilow, the songs, just like a double album of his songs from 1975 to 1990, but I see the sleeve. I think I've showed a few of these before. When record sleeves were pinched, for some people pinch record sleeves, I separate out some of my vinyl from the sleeves because you don't want the whole thing being nicked. So purely precautionary, but back in the day, you'd separate pretty much everything out. And people would nick the sleeves, right? And you can maybe understand people pinching Floyd or Zeppelin or whatever. But Barry Manilow, right? So our price, I've had to write on this spare sleeve to try and sell it off cheap. Barry Manilow, the songs, $1.99. No one bought it, $2.99, $1.99. I'm trying to sell it for a fiver. I've got some balls, I tell you. Mad About Music, our price. So, and then they've written on the back all the tunes. I mean, I'm thinking I might keep that for the shop just because the effort that's gone into it. And these probably still, Well, obviously somebody bought it. This is 1968. One of the best sold. You know, when you think back on records that really, this is a. Let me start again. I'm excited. This is such an influential record because it's one that people who got into soul started with, either this or the Atlantic Soul Collection predominantly. And I remember getting the Atlantic Soul Collection first, and then when I went off to uni, a mate of mine said, "Oh, you got to listen to this." So I mean, it's got some classic stuff on there, but like for example, stuff that you may not have heard before, like Solomon Burke is on here, Sam and Dave. So I'd heard Sam and Dave on Atlantic Soul Collection, but it's another really good introduction to soul music, an absolute classic. There's another one called This Is Sue Records, which is just, again, lesser known soul artist, but brilliant. Handbrake 10 soundtracks, 2020 repress of the Space Jam soundtrack. That is a big Handbrake 10, isn't it? But I'm basically just showing you I've got all sorts in the shop. Picture discs. Oh no, this isn't. This is a limited edition Hothouse Flowers flower pack. And it was up like a flower. 1988. They loved doing that stuff in the 80s, didn't they? They had to bring in a limit in the late 80s saying you can only have 5 formats to stop bands releasing like 4 formats one week, 3 formats the next week, and then keep it going to keep the record in the charts. So all the fans would buy it. Iron Maiden used to do that big time. I remember Iron Maiden and The Mission, for some reason, having kind of multiple picture discs and multi-single packs and all that sort of stuff. Picture disc, 1980s, Simple Minds. The sort of stuff I used to buy in the 80s. I think about what I wasted my money on, and there was some really great records, but I bought stuff on. This is Neil Diamond. I think it's his first band. The Brother Loves Travelling Salvation Show, Neil Diamond. So, original UK pressing of this, and really nice condition. 15 quid. Right, Queen of Can of Magic, 15 quid. Drew that all over my art book in 1986. And then it's smudged off in the rain. Faces, not as good as a Wink. Bit rough around the edges. Plays absolutely belting. Just why you want a Faces record to play. Bit of crackle. Doesn't skip. 12 quid. Can't say fairer than that. Right, that's that. We'll wait for 23. And then we'll do the collectibles. So, up to anything nice at the weekend? Oh, really? Well, just being here on Sunday. And then coming back. Actually, I've got to do that. Just reminded me. Emigrate to Alaska, change my name. No, buy some cable. Okay, hello, welcome to the flick through, the collectible flick through. If that be your bag, 23 mins. Right, got to keep this. Got to keep it short, rattling on. Okay, what have we got? Some cool stuff. Got some great stuff for next week and the following weeks after that. I've just picked up a collection. It's over there. That box there. You can probably see on the beach is already in there. That's the sort of stuff that's in there. Okay, Black Clash. Armageddon Time is 12-inch. Hold On I'm Coming, original UK press of that, Sam and Dave. Sam and Dave Soul Men, original UK press of that. God, I really want to keep that. I really want to keep that, but it's got to go out. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. I think this is a US pressing of it. I think so. Oh, hang on. German, so maybe European market, but German on that. Okay, so UK pressing. I think it's UK A2B2. A2B2, texture sleeve, no insert. I haven't come across one yet with an insert, and it's very good plus on it. Okay, what's going down? 1968 Canadian stereo. Hasn't got the bits with it, but if I come across another one with the bits that's in worse condition, I'll put the bits in that. Stereo. So that is Canadian 1968. I think it's a repress. Well, I know it is. Okay, Physical Graffiti. I put Liz Zepper out last week, and here's another Physical Graffiti. I've just got some more Zepp in that box. I think some, well, I know because I looked at them, some first presses. Plum label. UK 1975, second. This 1511 is the matrices on it at the end, the last matrix number on each of the discs, indicating if it's a first or second press. So on the first side, record 1, side 1, it ends in 1. Record 1, side 2, it ends in 5. Record 3, side 1, ends in 1. Record 2. Record 2, side 1, ends in 1. Record 2, side 2, ends in 1. Okay, it's great. Has insert, no tears. Oh, hang on. Have I just done this? Yeah, I've done that, haven't I? Neil Young, Harvest, UK. Hasn't got the Lewis sheet. Pretty good. Greek Rubber Soul, if that be your thing. Always like the non sort of UK or American presses. They're quite interesting. Oh, one of the records I got in this collection I'll get through next week is Russian. Now, that's quite interesting, from back in the day. Thick as a brick, a repress on it. Still got the proper opening sleeve like a newspaper. It's funny. It's great. Some of the articles are really funny. So that's cool. So, but it's not a first pressing of it. This is one of them records where there's like a billion versions. And you get one in and you think, ooh, great, first press. Never is. But that's in good condition because they get a bit wrecked. Queen Shear Art Attack. Faces Ooh La La with the thing. How do you do it? How do you do it? Oh, you think you just bend it down like that? Sausages. Anyway, something like that. This is the job, you know. Oh, he's in university. Look where it's got me. Doesn't matter though, does it? As long as you're happy. Oh. Wrecking Faces records. Not that super collectible, these, but there's collectibles I'm getting this week, alright? Night of the Opera. It's not the first press, it's not the Blair's cut, but it's still a 1975. Clash, Giving Up Rope. Madge 12-inch, Justify My Love. Madge, Open Your Heart. Blind Faith. This is the first press of it. If you don't know Blind Faith, it was a super group with Clapton, Ginger Baker, Stevie Winwood, and the other bloke that nobody knows, but obviously they all liked, the one on bass. Well, that's the first press of it because it's got a very particular, hasn't got ridges, and I'm putting that on vinyl as near mint. It's super shiny. I can't see a mark on it. Giving it a clean on the Okinoki. Yeah, so that's a heavy price. Okay, I'm going to end it there because I'm on my phone and I don't think there's enough space. What else did I want to tell you? No, there's no gig this month. I'm having a month off it. I have some other gigs lined up, so some really good stuff lined up from July to the rest of the year. So there's some really great stuff. So that's it. Come down the shop. Have a nice weekend. Don't bore people like Bon does here, okay? Right, I'm going. Let's do the Bluetooth. Let's get off before 30 minutes to give you people some time back. Go outside. Talk to your family. Enjoy yourself. Bye. What did you think it was going to work first time? It's not.